You know what? To me, this is the culmination of the evening. I enjoyed this part more than anything because we all got together, and outside on the all of us old timers. I'm sorry about the quality, but this was transferred from VHS to DVD. And of course, at the time, 20 years ago, none of that stuff was as of a quality as you have today. But I'm looking at all the guys. There's old Jack LaLanne. What a beautiful man he was. I love that guy. There's Jack LaLanne sitting down next to John Grimek. And there's Armand Tanny, one of the great bodybuilders of our time. There's, let me see, I think there's Reeves there. Let me see. There's Ed Jubenville. Ed Jubenville just bending over there. And Joe Abbenda. And then there's George. You know what's so sad? I'm mentioning these guys' names, and I hate to say it, though. But George Eiferman is not with us anymore, you know, and my mentor, Joe Weider, he's in his 90s now, and he's hanging in there. Armand Tanny, we're not blessed with him any longer. And there's Vince, you know, he's always got a grandstand. Mr. Grandstand Vince with that big jacket on. I don't know where he got it from. You know, but that's the part I like. We all got together here and standing here taking this big portrait, and of course that's me there. I guess you can spot me. You know, I gotta be, you know, me. If you saw any of the videos on Mr. Yorkie Lover, you know I'm a big mouth. And there's Steve Reeves. That guy is he's not top man. Let me see if I can show you. Steve Reeves is just to the left of me. The fourth picture on the left of me. Let me see if I can identify some of the guys. Sam Lipinski was there. He was one of them. But these guys go way back. And you know what the thrill of it all was for me? Some were before my time. Most of the guys were before my time. And you know, as now I'm a geezer like this. Let's see who it is. Some of these guys are photographers. Some of these guys never made really a big name in the game. So there's the one and only Steve Reeves. We'll focus on him a little while. And let me see, I'm not sure who this is. You know, I can't remember exactly his name. There's that Jubenville, the guy that does the contortions, the master contortionist. Tinerino, Dennis Tinerino, there's next to Bill Pearl on the right. He's been taken from us too. And yours truly. I get a kick every time I see myself because I know I'm right there running my mouth. Let's see here who else we have that can be identified, and maybe some of these guys, you know, didn't make a big enough name for me to remember them at the time. Oh, the guy on the right there, I know he was pretty famous in our day. And you know what's the funny thing? When I say our day, this goes from the 40s into the 60s and 70s. That's about where this period where we were, all of us are really doing our thing. And the day when steroids, you didn't even have the word, didn't even know the word steroids. Creatine, glutamine, all these things that you guys take for granted. And I tell you something, 90% of us, if we had it in our day, you guys today wouldn't have stood a chance, even with your steroids. But we didn't have any. What they knew about nutrition was just nil compared to what they know today. But that's the big grand portrait that we like. Took a while getting this thing set up, you know. This was not something that you look at it. We were out there for quite a while putting the chairs together and identifying the different guys. Some of these guys I won't be able to tell you because they never made a big name in bodybuilding. Some of them were writers and so forth. But here we had Joe Abbenda, Jubenville, Eiferman, Joe Weider, and I think that was Lloyd Laurel there. Then we have Armand Tanny, we all know him. John Grimek. These were the names of the game at that time. Or, you know, in bodybuilding itself, they were the names of the game. Some of these fellows that I don't know, but it was just fantastic feeling to see these fellas, and to see that it's you know, it's like a shot of adrenaline. And then that was 20 years ago, so I was still in I hadn't gotten my 50s yet. When I got my 50s, I was in my 50s. And I mean, I was excited as hell, because some of these guys were older than me. Very few were younger, you know, than I was. So it was just something that I relish, and I hope you guys can help you guys a little bit by letting you know just what happened, and not just see people there and not knowing who was who. And, you know, the technology, sometimes I said, boy, if we had the kind of cameras that my friend Mr. Yorkie Lover had, how you could see every face and everything. It would have been a lot more enjoyable that if you had that kind of stuff then. But, you know, that's like anything else, progress.